Welcome. Y'all see my nappy hair. It's going to be a very, very interesting topic tonight. I'm gonna wait for some people to tune in as I wait. I sip. Mm. Welcome to episode 104. So we already 4 episodes in. So this is about, dealing with narcissistic tendencies. The reason why I'm saying tendencies is because I have no PhD to be claiming people as narcissists. So I can only tell you about, okay, this person may have a narcissistic tendency. So, and later on in the show, I will share some of my episodes, some of the things I've conquered, the things I had to deal with. Yeah, in other words, no Michael Jackson, no MJ, RIP, but you are not alone. Okay. So I'm just gonna wait for people to join in. Feel free to get your little taste on, cause I am. Happy Memorial Weekend. Hope y'all are enjoying yourselves. What's up, spiritual tea? Hey, baby. How are you? I hope your Memorial Weekend is going good. Yeah, like I had to kind of put a different setting in the background because having the same setting was like kind of killing me. So I decided to, like, until I can get a permanent different background, kind of, change up a little bit, because this is a therapy session. This is not the reading. This is not the tarot reading. So I ain't want people to get misconstrued. But I'll go ahead and, I guess I'll go ahead and start. Um, well, the first 15 minutes I want it to be about, hold on, I'm trying to see why my lightning went down. I'm good. Trying to get cool in this hot Florida. Oh, you in Florida? Ah! My Florida queen, my Florida queen, I can't even talk. Florida queen, fuck it. You a queen, okay? But I want to visit. I want to visit. Born and raised. Oh, yeah. I plan on visiting. I hear a lot of good things about Miami. Okay, but Miami is very expensive. I heard Miami is very expensive, but I wouldn't mind taking a little trip. Like the Queen. Okay, yeah, I seen that. I seen that. But I heard when you go to Florida, Florida people don't judge you. Like, it's just like, I don't know. it's just you could be yourself. You could be yourself in Florida. Like it's just let your hair down. And I wouldn't mind experiencing that. I ain't even gonna lie. So I might let you know when I'm in town. Okay. Um okay, well, I guess let's get started. Let's get it popping. So the first 15 minutes I wanted to, just basically explain to you all so you can catch it, the narcissistic yeah, enjoy the beaches too. Oh yes, I can't wait. I want to take the kids to Orlando. So um heard that's about 10 bands. But yeah. I plan on taking the kids to Orlando. I'm not even gonna cap like the young people be saying. Not even gonna lie about that one. Okay. But okay, the first 15 minutes of the show, I wanted to you say Orlando's bad? Oh, okay. Oh, it's not that much. Oh, okay. Somebody lied then. Okay. Well, they ain't the person that told me that they're not from Florida, so I'll take your word on that. But like I was saying, the first 15 minutes is about narcissistic tendencies, and I wanted to kind of touch bases so you could kind of recognize if you don't already recognize this. Okay, you will with the where I'm gonna talk about passive patterns that they I mean not passive, damn, I can't read either. Persuasive patterns that they have. And the lack of empathy that they all have. And the feeling a need that like the strong feeling of admiration. Like they want you to, excuse me, they want you to kind of honor them, honor me. I am who I am. You are who you are because of me. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be this, you wouldn't be that. They want to take control over you becoming who you are. They want to be a part of that so they can have that dangling over your head. Like, yeah, you did this because of me, because I said this. If it weren't for me saying this, then you wouldn't be in this particular. You know what I'm saying? So that's some shit y'all need to watch out for. With the persuasive manipulation, exactly. With the persuasive patterns, this is consistently. Okay, they're consistently finding ways to maneuver like a damn maze up out of a traumatized situation, up out of drama, like he say she say situation, up out of just being in trouble, period. When they're the center of when they are the start of an issue, a narc will not ever admit that they are the start of an issue. Okay, let's get that understood, understand it, and overstand it. They will never, it will always be your fault or somebody else's fault. Nah, they the reason. Now, if they didn't contribute, but they was a part of it, it's still gonna be the person who actually contribute fault. They're still not, even if the person who contributes owns their shit. Don't look for a person with narcissistic tendencies to own their shit because they're not. They're not. They're not gonna own up to any damn thing. Okay. They're going to always put it on this person, that person, that person, that person, everybody but their self, okay? Because in their head, in their mind, they're perfect. Perfect Billy, perfect Patty, okay? So I know it sounds a little cray-cray, but that's how the game go. Um, the lack of empathy has done it for me over the years. The lack of empathy. Now, you might meet a person and say you meet somebody and you talk to them, and then all of a sudden you get upset about something like a normal human being, and this person is just like, I don't understand why you upset because this, that, and the third. They're not trying to talk you out of being upset. They're just being cold hearted. They're just being blunt. They're just being what what's the word? Inconsiderate, all the above. Like, they're not showing empathy, they're not showing compassion, they're not, you won't hear the words I understand, I appreciate it, I know you won't hear nothing, that it'll be okay. You won't hear none of that come out of a person with narcissistic tendencies. You won't hear nothing positive come from them. Everything is going to be negative. Okay. The last but not least, feeling of a strong need to attention seeker. They always feel the need to be the center of some type of attention, whether it's good attention or bad attention. Most of the time it's bad attention. And going back to the lack of empathy, because I feel like I missed something, which sometimes, not all the time, the lack of empathy stems from neglect from the parents. Okay, not this. This ain't gonna go with every person with a narcissistic tendency, but some type of form of neglect that they experienced when they was a child, it develops into whatever that person becomes as an adult. But going back to feeling a strong need of admiration, or they're always wanting the center of attention. It's just, whether it's drama or whether it's something positive, they always want their name in something. They might go as far as including their self in something that does not even concern them, that has nothing to do with them. Like, oh, well, it missed me, but if I had been there, that could have been me. That could have been me. And it's confirmation. Okay, and you look at this person like, okay, why you? If it wasn't you, why we stuck on it could have been. Okay, so those are a little bit of red flags. Okay, and after that, I need to sip. Yeah, those are a bit of red flags right there. After all that, you want to, some of y'all, a little bit about it before we head to survivor's mode, okay? But all this, whether it's with family members, whether it's with a mate, whether it's with friends, all this can affect you. All this can affect you. It can affect your mental. More than anything, it will affect what you think about yourself mentally, how you feel about yourself. It will even affect the daily routines that you choose to do. Like, if you're doing something positive that's going to help you in the long run, say you're doing something financially good for yourself, if you run across a narcissistic person with narcissistic tendencies, I'm gonna say that if you run across a person with narcissistic tendencies and you let this person get in your mental, this person will change your perspective. This person will change how you think, how you eat, how you sleep. That's how bad it could get. Um, yeah, believe me, that's how bad this shit could get. But when you get past all that, and 9 times out of 10, you are past it because you've sleeping through it, which is the bad part, right? So after you get through all the storm, you begin to learn this person with narcissistic tendencies. You begin to learn these people. You begin to follow what they're doing. Now, this could either make you or break you. This here can make you or break you. When you're learning a person with when you're learning how a person is with narcissistic tendencies, this can make you or break you. And the reason why I say that is because if you'll know, if you find yourself doing things and saying things that you've heard before, that you, if you find yourself making people feel the way you felt, the way a person once made you feel, that's a red flag. That's a it done rubbed off on you somewhere. Now, when you realize it, you could get it under control. But the scary part is not realizing it. That's the scary part. Also, you want to know who you're dealing with, because a person with narcissistic tendencies, they tend to think that they're 10 to 20 steps ahead of you, or ahead of everybody else that they're dealing with. In other words, yeah, they think they smart. They think they slick. They don't think they could get away with shit. I mean, they don't think that you could get away with shit. In their eyes, you can't. They see everything. They know you like the back of their damn hand. They know you. So, with that being said, know who you're dealing with. When you know who you're dealing with, you can move and play. You can play chess with this person, because they're sure enough, either they playing chess with you or they playing checkers with you. Depends on how much tendency, how bad the tendencies are. Because if this person is a well-known narcissistic person, then hey, you might be dealing with somebody dangerous. And speaking of, if you want to try to avoid them, but you don't want to make it obvious that you're trying to avoid this person, friend, family, or lover. Okay, you don't want to make it obvious, because the main reason is you don't want to escalate. You don't want nothing to escalate, because things could get out of control to where it could get violent. Somebody could get hurt. That's how. I mean, a lot of people don't think that people with these tendencies are dangerous, but yeah, they are. There are some dangerous people out here. Try not to try. I'm gonna say try, because sometimes people wear masks. Try not to share any personal goals, dreams, ideas with these people. Okay, when you know who you did, when you begin to know who you dealing with, quit sharing shit. Quit sharing goals and dreams. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. And please don't ask them what they think about it. Okay, because they're going to go completely left on you. They're going to go completely left on you. When it comes to not making it obvious that you are avoiding them, you want to stay busy. Stay busy. Even if you're not busy, you're busy. Okay. It's kind of stay busy. And the fact that you're staying busy is keeping your mental under control, because you don't need to be mentally challenged every day. That's what narcissistic tendencies are, mentally challenging. And who wants to go through that every day, all day? That's annoying. Okay. So, I think this show might be kind of short, but I don't know yet. I always say that. I said that on the last show, and it actually was a good length of time. Um, we are on the flashback part now, so I guess it's story of the truth with me. So I've dealt with I've dealt with a lot of narcissistic people in my life. Well, people with tendencies in my life. Um, I'm gonna go as far as to say it started from home with me. Started from home with me. As a child, I my father was not in my life like that. So yes. So I lived with my mother, and it would be things that my mother would say and do that now I think about is like, wow, that was kind of manipulative. Like it would be things like when I got older, and when you're old enough to work, either you work or go to school. Well, my mother, she rather me work than go to school because she needed help with the bills. So she's like, you can always do school later. That's manipulation. Okay. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna follow her up. I'm going to follow her up because I feel like, okay, yeah, well, I'm gonna, you know, she need help, I'm gonna help her. But see, they'll take advantage of you too. They'll take advantage of you because worked, but took almost all my little coins. Almost all my little coins. So it's just like, and then would complain about, oh, well, you need to get out the house. You need to get out now. It's time for you to get out. But now you done took almost all my whole check, and now you want me to get out. Well, how am I supposed to save when you're constantly asking me for shit? So that's manipulation. To me, that was, um, if something happened to me, you know how you can go to your parents. Sometimes you could go to your parents and talk to your parents and in confidence. Well, I really couldn't, and I didn't learn that till later on. Till I got my own family, that I had to stop going to her for comfort. I had to stop that. Everything would turn around on me. Um, I would go to her for comfort, and then later on have to hear it again. And oh, remember when you did that? That's why this happened. And blackmail, So it's just like, wait a minute, yeah. And then as I'm talking, it was never any sympathy. Like it was just like always including yourself in on the conversation. Like, oh well, I used to do this and I used to do the center of attention. The center of attention. She knew I hated being judged by my skin complexion. I was the darkest child. I was the darkest child. My other siblings is lighter than me. So I would always get called out my name. For a long time, I hated being dark skinned. I hated being dark skinned for real. Like I thought being dark skinned was the lamest shit you could ever be. Back when. Because people, she allowed adults She allowed children. She allowed people to tease me in that manner or make fun of me in that manner or bully me in that manner to thinking that, dang, now I hate myself because she would also bully me with my skin complexion. I would be called black bitch, black this, black that. Every time I looked around, you say me too, damn, that is awful, baby. Every time I looked around, black this, black that, black, 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 black. And I couldn't wrap my head around out. And I always, confirmation, always wanted to be lighter. Until I started getting comfortable in my own skin. You was insecure. Me too. Me too, because, I was shunned away from my sister. Lord rest her soul. My sister is passed. She passed in 2019 at 22 years old. She passed of congested heart failure. But when we were coming up, I couldn't be around her. When I was young, when she was born, I could not be around her. I know this sounds crazy, but in the same household, I could not speak to my sister. I could not look at my sister. I could not touch my sister. I better not pick her up. I better not get caught doing or saying any of these things, because if I did, that was my ass. Her dad side of the family, the immediate side, I'm gonna say the immediate side of the family, about two or three people was very, very mean to me. They was very, very disrespectful to me, and they put these thoughts in her head and saying that, oh no, she's jealous of her sister, she don't need to be around her sister. Went as far as to even saying, I'm outside, I'm riding my bike, I'm playing with my friends. Went as far as to even saying, oh, she hit her sister over the head with a glass bottle. This was back when the babies used to drink the glass bottles out of the glass bottles in the hospital. Yeah. I'm just 8 years old. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? I don't, what? I can't even see her. I can't even speak to her. I can't even be around her, let alone I'm a hit her with a glass bottle. And you say you love being dark. Oh. So, I mean, I like being dark now, but back then I hated it. I hated it. Black sheep, yeah. I was there. Still that. I'm still that. I grew up to still be that. Um, for a long time, my sister didn't know what kind of person I was, who I was. She was kind of sort of afraid to talk to me. She wouldn't really open up to me until she got 15 or 16, old enough to see who I really was. You get me? Old enough to see and learn who I really was. Yep, I did. And I wasn't even a stepchild. I was the actual biological child. That it always cracks me up. But yeah, I did. Uh When my brother came along, my brother's is 9.5, 10-ish years older than me. I mean, older, younger, excuse me. He's younger than me. So when he came along, it was the opposite. It was the opposite when he came along, because she wasn't with the father anymore, with their father anymore. So it's like, okay, now instead of taking you away from your sibling, you got to be with them damn near every day. You're the mother. Remember that. You didn't have them, but you had them. So I had to, in the middle of every morning, it would be between 2, maybe 4 o'clock in the morning. You think so? Maybe, maybe not. But I ain't worried about it. um, I would get up to fix the bottle, to fix my brother bottle. He would cry in the middle of the night, hungry, like most infants do. And if I didn't fix that bottle right, that was my ass. That was my ass. Was I ever shown how to fix a bottle? No, I'm 10 years old. I'm 10 years old. I got to get up, catch the bus. 6 something in the morning. But you get me up between 2 and 4. Beating on me if I don't fix the bottle correctly. Beating on me if I don't hear him crying in the middle of the night because he needs his diaper change. That's narcissistic tendencies. Those are narcissistic tendencies. Those make you grow up with anxiety. Those make you grow up with the feeling of not wanting to trust people. That it hurts. It stays with you for a long time. For a long time. Excuse me, y'all. Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry, y'all. Yeah. Thank you, spiritual tea. Um, I be trying to be strong, y'all, but I am human. Um, anyways, that led into that led into me meeting lovers that had narcissistic tendencies, and I was beat on. Okay, I was abused for 5.5 years. Yeah. Yeah. I was manipulated, tortured into doing stuff I didn't want to do. Because I feared the person that I loved. And it's not it's not fun fearing your lover. Um, but eventually you get stronger. Um, every slap, every punch, every sexual abuse becomes numb to the point to where I don't care. I need to get away from this. And when I started having kids and it started going, pushing into my kids' life, my son, I woke up. I woke the fuck up. I said, okay, I got to go. I got to go because you will not do my son. You will not do my daughters. You will not do my family that I created like I was dead. So I had to go. Yeah, yeah, I believe I had to go. I had to go, but when I left, did I learn anything? I didn't learn much. So, as you know, not trying to talk tarot talk, but until you learn until you learn about what you're going through, that cycle keeps repeating itself over and over and over. So, with the next person I would meet, almost 4.5, 5 years abuse, but not physical. This time it was mental. And let me tell you, I never thought that mental abuse would be worse than physical abuse until the person told me, I'm not gonna put my hands on you, but I'm gonna get in here. Kept saying that now. Kept telling me, I'm gonna get in here, and when I get in here, I'm gonna fuck you up. I didn't really take heed to it because I didn't really know what it meant to get in here because I guess I was numb from dealing what I dealt with as a child. It was like, okay, you're gonna get in here. Okay. I'm not gonna let you. But I wasn't fully protecting myself. And because of that, he ended up getting in here. And when he got in my head, manipulated me, um, I was stunned. I was just like, wow, like another one, another one, another one. But this one would help me into becoming the person I am today. All I ever wanted to do was help people, which is probably why, I am a medical technician, CNA. So that's probably why I got into the nursing field at the same time. Gonna be starting school in August, um, pediatric RN. So I I really want to help people get out like I got out, or maybe better. maybe not even go through the shit. If I can, I will. I did break a generational curse. You right. I feel like I did. I feel like I did. Because I'd be damned if any of my kids felt like I felt coming up. I'd be damned. Um, I let somebody get into my head so bad that I lost myself. Oh, that's what's up. Go girl, go spiritual tea. I let somebody get into my head to the point of where I mess myself up. Like I lost myself and I relapsed, got back on drugs. Because I had the first person I got involved with had I ain't even gonna lie, I wanted to try it, and I think I wanted to try it because all the things that I was going through, I wanted something to numb my pain. So when I was drinking, when I was doing these type of drugs, I felt like I wouldn't feel no pain. And I think that's what kind of it was a bad coping mechanism for me, but it in a strange way kind of, helped me to see like, all right, it was when I started having children that I kind of left that alone. But this last person that I had that got in my head, it caused me to relapse. And I'm saying this to say, speak your truth. Don't never forget who you are. You was you before you met that person, and you gonna be a better you when you leave that person alone. When you get those people out your life, don't never let nobody define who you are because only you can do that. This is the time where I want to share the spotlight, and I don't just want to talk about me. I want to share. I want to hear some of y'all thoughts and opinions and stories on how y'all dealt with people with narcissistic tendencies, whether that be parents, whether that be lovers, whether that be siblings, cousins, brothers, sisters. I mean, I don't, whoever, friends, whoever. Um, I give the mic to you, or my eyes is wide open. Rather, um, going on 1 month, I stopped smoking weed. Oh, okay, good for you. That's shot. I believe it's oh, 3.5 years almost. 3.5 years. And I went from weed to some hard stuff. So you definitely can kick weed. um so what are some of y'all thoughts and opinions or stories? What are your thoughts about tonight's surviving narcissists? What are your thoughts about that? What are your opinions on people that have to go through that, or have you ever been through it? Like, talk to me. I'm here. Yes, see, I done cried like a big baby. And please don't put ugly. This is therapy session, y'all. Okay, ugly stuff gets blocked immediately because I see somebody probably put something ugly, and I ain't even gonna click on it to read it. But come on, y'all. Come on. This is therapy session, man. Grow up. We grown. You had the detox from dealing with it. Had to cleanse. Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Detox is that hell yeah, that's necessary. That go back to what I said when you kind of got to get away from them without you knowing that, without them knowing that you're trying to get away from them. That is the first thing you do right before you start detoxing. Right before. And y'all, it is. I know it's not easy sharing nothing because that's why I share with y'all because I know it's not easy and I try to that's why I try to open up a lot more than what I do because I want to have that trust, with y'all, and to I want to build trust with y'all, and I want y'all to build trust with me. That's why I'm opening up and talking about things, but I don't want nobody to think that I'm trying to just learn about their business and I ain't telling mine. You know what I'm saying? You know how people think sometimes. After dealing with my narcissistic ex, getting shot over him. Oh my God! Dealing with lies and thinking I could change him, and he was on deeper drugs. So you went as far as to getting shot, girl. You're a walking miracle. Wow, that was damn sure out. I had my three daughters and didn't want them to be exposed to that. Had to change who I let in my energy is right. Exactly. It probably made you realize that you can't trust everybody. Confirmation, and it did. You can't trust everyone because some people just want to get close to you to destroy you. Had to change who I let in my house. Yeah, that too. Now, as far as like, now I had to do the same thing with lovers, but as far as like friends and things like that, I never been too big on letting like the community in my house. I never been too big on that. I think I might have threw a kickback for my sister's 21st birthday one time. Like I ain't never and didn't never throw no more. That's how emo-ish I am. Like I don't like everybody in my house. Had to change, yeah. Yeah. Like I don't, and I always thought like I need to stop being like that. But now I'm actually glad I am like that. I had hating ass friends, and my mama always told me I didn't have friends, but it took me to get much older to understand. Yeah, yeah, and I believe I heard that too from mine. I heard that too. Oh, well, she'd be like, "Oh, you think such and such like you? They don't like you." Like she would say it ugly, but it would make you think later on when things happen. It would make me think, um, I'm a loner now, no friends or family. I can't trust people like that. Right. And it's bad that you can't trust people. It's bad that you can't. It is. It's bad that you can't trust people like that. It's times are different, man. My mama always told me, right, and God put it to where I could see what she meant. That's always gonna happen. It seemed like so. You and your mom, y'all was close, and I tell people this like, if you and your parents are close, you and your dad's close, you and your mother's close, stay close. Okay, don't let anybody come in between that bond of you and your mother, you and your father. Stay close because there's some people out here that can't go to their mama, they can't go to their daddy. It's just them, and I'm one, and I feel like sometimes it's me against the world because I can't talk to my kids about what I go through because I don't want to put that on my kids. I'm her only girl. Oh, oh, so yeah, you're definitely cherished. That's so sweet. I love the bun. I always say, hey, you got a mama, you got a daddy, you better thank God. Because it's a lot of people out here who don't have either they passed on or they should have passed on. Okay, and that might be the alcohol talking, but I'm just saying because sometimes it get like that. And daddy's girl, parents being married over. Oh, that's good. And you know they probably done had ups and downs, but that means that you know what, they didn't let nobody get in between them and their whatever they had going on. And that's what I call being strong. And see, you can because I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but you can look at your mother and your father as a perfect example as to how you want your bond to be with your partner, with your future partner, which you probably already do. Mm, that's what's up, though. That's what's up. And still, when a man is the one taking care of the household and he don't stray from his woman, that's a good man. That's a good man. I'm sorry. Man or woman, if a man or woman is taking care of their household without straying from their partner, it's a good ass person, and you better not lose them. You better not lose them. My mama didn't care about all that because she said when his ass die, I'ma get everything. Oh no, not the dark sense of humor your mama got. Oh Lord, that's some truth for your ice. That's crazy, but it's good. It's good at the same time. It's good. It's probably coming from a place of love. um, but dang, spiritual tea, you really held it down, man. I appreciate that. You held it down. She know my daddy wasn't going to leave, and he was going to take care of home Her confidence made her strong because he never let her down. That's what it sounded like. He didn't deceive her. He never let her down. He always stood on his shit. That's all it takes. Stand on your shit. If don't just talk, you can talk about it too, but be about it. Be about it. And he was about it. I love it. I love your story of your parents. I love that. I love that. At least you got that to look to, like to look at. At least you got your parents to be a good example for, you know, some of the things, some of the dark things that you might have experienced on your own. You still can look at your parents and smile, and you know, I like that. I like that. But when you got not one but two narcissistic tendencies, parents with narcissistic tendencies, that's a whole different ball game. And my dad told me he wasn't in my life because my name, your last name isn't my last name. But see, him and my mama was married. She was his second wife. And it's like, well, what my name got to do with you not taking care of your responsibilities? Okay, I guess you felt like I wasn't yours. Well, that's what DNA tests come in at, but never got one. Of course, I wasn't doubt in my mind that I look like my pop side of the family. I do, so I'm not even going to let him ride off in the sunset with that one. But the fact that you would tell your child that at 18 years old is crazy. That's wild. Like, damn, you're not even gonna own the fact that yeah, you right. I ain't do nothing. I should have, but I didn't. You gonna say, cause she didn't put your last name. And it's just like, what a name got to do with it? I didn't ask to be here. But yeah, um, you say your daddy not perfect, but he stand on business. I see. Both of my parents stood on business. My mama always worked, so as my dad, my mama taught me to work and not depend on the man. Exactly. That part. That part. Because it seems like when you do depend on them, you get disappointed. You may get disappointed along the way. Depending on what man you got. But hey, you yeah. But I appreciate you, Spiritual T, for rocking with me, man. You stood on business tonight, and that meant a lot to me. Um, Manipulation comes in. Yeah, yep. You're right. When you depend on, yeah, it can. Depend on who you're dealing with, but yeah, it can. And then putting a lot on one person could that one person taking on a lot could react in a way that they don't mean to react. But now that's why it's good to keep everything balanced because they think you need them. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, you did your thing tonight, girl. It really meant so much to me. It did. and my tears and you showing empathy towards me, man. I love you forever for it. But okay, so this is the last segment of the show, which is words of wisdom. And my words of wisdom to y'all is protect your mental at all costs, okay? I don't care. Well, yeah, I do care how you gotta do it. Don't meditate, but protect your mental at all costs while meditating. Okay, don't medicate. Okay, um, because they right. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, and that's all a person with narcissistic tendencies want. It's about your mind. It's about you letting them control who you are as an individual. Don't ever let no one control you as an individual because everybody is individually different. Okay, all right. Let that marinate, soak in a little bit. Um, this episode was completely deep and touching, and I appreciate those who attended and those who will attend later on. Please hit the comments. Let me know your thoughts, stories, and opinions. I look at my comments. I write back. I respond back. Um, please hit that like button, share, subscribe. Tomorrow night, look forward to doing a reading with y'all. I will. Good night, babe. I will. Um, be going live tomorrow night. So all signs, not sure. I might do a 7-day forecast. I don't know yet, but I'll let y'all know earlier in the day. Not I said tomorrow. I might do a all sign. Actually, that might be what I do tomorrow. I might do y'all a quick all sign reading tomorrow. But Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays is my normal nights to see y'all, okay? But tomorrow I might surprise y'all because I kind of did want to read today, but I tried to stay off live today until I did my little thingy. So tomorrow you might just see me, okay? Peace, love, and light. And until next time,